Over here. Good evening and welcome to Thursday night NFL Watch Party. First off, a special thank you to the Live Place for hosting the NFL Watch Party on Thursday nights. Please check them out here on YouTube, The Live Place and Dreamers Empire, or on theliveplace.com. As noted, we go live every Thursday night with this show, discussing the NFL, college football, and a little bit of Disney too. During the season, we will watch the Thursday night games live with our fan base for unique perspectives and interaction. We have our Thursday night armchair coaches that are selected fans with specific teams who will join us throughout the season, bringing in detailed focus to each week's matchup. Tonight's armchair quarterbacks joining us later tonight are representing the Pittsburgh Steelers, and Donna Jaworski represents whoever she wants, and we support it because she's Donna Jaworski, and that's the way it is. And we like it that way. Tonight, Diz Our Dream, Jeff, is not only an armchair quarterback with us hanging out, he is a co-host. What? Did I say that right? A Steeler guy is a co-host? Preston, who booked this? It's a tremendous support to us tonight if you would hit the like button for tonight's broadcast. If new to our channel, welcome. Please be sure to subscribe before you leave to be alerted on future content. I want to welcome in my partner channels that co-host with me, Kelly Myers and the Mouse in the house here with us to start, and we'll bring in our co-host in just a minute. Kelly, how's things in your world today?
Wet.
Okay.
Yesterday we got 5 inches of rain in an hour. It is crazy wet around here. It's been raining for 2 days straight, but that will not put a damper on my Chiefs in their training camp.
Nice. Well, I'm going to bring in both of our guests tonight because I think it's a four-way co-host night with people that we have with us. Great individuals, great channels. I highly encourage you to check out not only my partner Myers and the Mouse, but the Missing Capsule, Jeff Bates with Dole Whip Dad. Both excellent channels. You check out their content, you're going to want to subscribe. It is that good. And speaking of that, being that good, let's bring in Jeff, Diz Our Dream, and the cooking show extraordinaire, our own Disney Julia Childs. And I'm not talking about Nick. I am talking about Donna Jaworski, who was fabulous today. And if you don't know Donna Jaworski, I'll get to Jeff in a second because he's going to have to deal with me with questions on sprinkles anyway before we leave. But Donna Jaworski is right there, and we've got 3 great people in-house. We got R. Johns, who's missing. We've got your lovely daughter, Samantha Lowe, who is progressively moving up over 800 subscribers. We want to get her to 1,000. Check out her content. She goes live a lot with the partner in crime next to her. That is Magical News Live and also Universal News Live. He's like Batman. He's got 2 different aliases, and he is good. And then, of course, Donna Jaworski, who is few members away from 1,000. And we want to get Donna to that level. We'll be hyping her up all week long till we get her there. So welcome, guys.
Thank you so much for having us.
Well, we're excited to have you here to talk a little football, even though someone booked a Steeler fan to the show. I do love the guy, though. I love him. And he's got a great hockey shirt on. It's rocking. I'm loving that Mickey hockey shirt.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Jeff is here to represent his Steelers. We're going to have a big matchup on Thanksgiving night One of us will be eating crow for Thanksgiving. I'm hoping it's not me because Jeff will not let me live that down.
Darn right.
So, Jeff, I understand that room's bigger than it looks.
It's 10 by 12. I don't know. It's like
The other question I have is follow-up. Are you locked in there right now?
I have the doors closed, so I don't hear
Okay.
all that out there.
Nice. All right, we're going to get rolling here and talk a little football, man. Kelly, why don't you say hello to the chat for us tonight? And I'm going to pull up the other screens while you're doing that.
Outstanding. Well, we've got Jill DeFuer with us, big Disney fan. Make It Blue, Jonathan Chong. Captain Akron 27 is here. And we've got the Swedish chef himself, Rob Wiska. Samantha Lowe. Samantha, hello. Ben O'Sullivan, Ordinary is here. Rob Fuzz, the smooth voice of Mr. Rob Fuzz. Make sure you check out our friend Rob Fuzz. Making movies with Alex Bruner. Welcome in. Kendani Sean is here. LSU Mom. Jeff Resendez. Brittany Morgan. Gary B. Mod Extraordinaire. Stacy Rogers is here as well. Amy with AGC Magic. Pass holder pair. Corner Sports, one of our armchair coaches, is here
Tommy,
as well.
Nice.
Cool. Movie Mania Nick, welcome in. Glad to have you here. Diz Our Dreams here.
In more ways than one.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
So welcome in, everybody. Thanks for joining us tonight. We appreciate you being here.
Well, we do appreciate you being here. We are going to talk a little bit of football tonight. There's a lot going on in the world right now with sports. There's not a lot going on in football because they are really just starting up with the camps. I got to turn the volume off on this iPad. Preston rolled out on me. It's my typical producer. He's probably in the bathroom.
Usually is. By the way, guess who else is here?
Who else is here?
Nick with Magical News Live. Hi, Nick.
Nick is here. So we're excited to have our friends here with us tonight. 39 friends here hanging out with us, talking a little bit of football. Let's throw it out there for one of the unique topics, and I'll start with the rich getting richer. Jeff, let me get your thoughts. The Buccaneers, they have picked up running back LaShawn McCoy to add more to their backfield. I don't know. Is he past his prime?
I think he's a couple years past his prime. In my opinion, I do.
Nice.
I don't know how you feel about it, but yeah, I mean, he might still be, a solid 600 yards for him, but I can't see him being a 1,000-yard rusher.
Well,
I don't see him being that either. Kelly, your thoughts?
I think Stacey Rogers is sad.
Stacey Rogers is what?
Sad.
Sad.
Yeah, Philadelphia Eagles were looking to pick up LaShawn McCoy and Nigel Bradham, both of them, and did not happen. Former Birds did not get to be kept. So I think he's right on that edge right there. He may come in and have some fresh stuff just because he's getting kind of a fresh start. That may work for him. Can he get through a whole season? Let's see. We'll have to wait to see.
Kenzie Days, welcome in. Good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Gary B had a good comment. The Buffalo Bills sent their rookies home today after 5 guys tested positive for COVID. Donna, what's your thoughts on this COVID and how it's going to affect the football?
Yeah, that's the interesting thing is I really don't know. I don't think any of us really know how overall it will affect. I know they will, quarantine the guys that test positive and all that, but is it going to be a trickle-down effect and then more and more players are going to have it?
Yeah.
We'll have to wait and see, I guess. But, yeah, it's definitely a concern for sure.
Yeah. Football is such a physical game.
A lot of in other sports issues with it, so I'm just afraid it will hit the NFL as well.
Yeah. Well, I know basketball said nobody's tested positive yet, according to their little bubble, but baseball has already been canceling games and sending people home and all kinds of nonsense. I know my Orioles are playing tonight against the Yankees. We were supposed to be playing the Marlins, and it got all shook around. So it's concerning who's going to do it. I saw several comments in here about how great Nick's recent stream from Epcot was. So congratulations to Nick getting a little bit of love. Extraordinary, who I love that name, by the way. Let's talk about the only NFL news that matters. Why in the world did the Carolina Panthers release Graham Gano. Ugh. Well, I'm not sure what's going on in Pantherland. Anybody have any ideas about Pantherland? It's been crazy.
He was placed on the injured reserve last September with a knee problem that kept him from 4 games in 2018 and all of last season.
Okay, interesting.
I think he's injured goods. I think he's
Shooter Nut 60 says, best player, the punter, just tested positive today. Our season is on the rocks. LOL for the Browns. You know what? The Browns, you talk about, I mean, they've had so much talent over the last couple of years. If they can get some football people in to actually do to handle the team, it's crazy what they could do. You guys got to go? Is Nick ready to roll?
Oh, no, I was just telling him he could bring a chair over and sit down if he wants, but he said he's okay
I'm good
standing.
standing.
He's over the shoulder. We love it here. Nick, obviously, you were from the upper Northeast, New York, New Jersey area originally. You know, I know you kind of follow a little bit of football up in there.
Yeah.
You said, was it the Giants is probably watched most in your house?
Yes,
Pretty much.
New York Giants.
It's all, I mean, it's, football's fun if you take it for what it is, and it's just, fun. Of course, Mr. Willie 95, that's Kelly's favorite person in the chat. I think the NFL should skip this year because the Panthers are going to stink like Jeff Panthers.
Wow.
Okay. Interesting.
Hey, we need to welcome in Kinsey Days. It's Joy's World. Tim Pruitt, Dreamer Deborah. Kay Atwood is here as well. Mary Kehoe, the Sure Nuts 60, and of course, Mr. Willie Parker and Mike 88. It's always a pleasure to see you here. Welcome in. Appreciate it.
I don't care what anybody says. You're better than Steve at this.
So Joe Sly is going to be the kicker for the Panthers. He's got a 78.1% rating. Graham, when he was healthy, was much better. Question being, can he be healthy enough or get back into it? It was maybe a risk on their part.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe a risk on their part. We'll have to see.
Viper Project, great to see Ed and Mindy, or maybe just Ed, one of them. They're listening while they're driving. I'm glad you're not watching while you're driving. We do not want to be the result of any accidents, Kelly.
Okay, I won't wave. Sorry. Hi, Ed. Hi, Mindy.
I love what Pass Holder Pair said. The Cleveland Browns rebuilding since 1950. That is the line of the night so far.
I think I saw that on a T-shirt.
I would love to put that on a T-shirt.
Right.
Jeff would wear it. I'd wear it in our division. Donna, has Sam eaten all the cheese bread? Jill wants to know.
He's eating it now.
She is eating it now. Arjohn's is en route to bring me my cheese bread and sprinkles that I can't get from anyone else. My buddy Jeff, who drives up 95 to go past. You got to go 95 to go home, don't you, Jeff, when you go?
No, we don't go 95 to go home.
Oh, okay. Now you're off the hook then.
Yeah.
You're off the hook. Then
We're further west.
If you're just joining us for the first time in here, we got 50 watching. Thank you for joining us tonight. It's a little bit more relaxed night tonight. Jeff has doing some family stuff. Kelly had been working on his air conditioner that I think Stacey Rogers broke. She snuck into his house and handled that. But we welcomed in two good friends who are good football educated people. And we got a bonus because Magical News Live, Nick, is with us tonight also. Usually it's Donna over someone's shoulder. Tonight it's reverse, which is awesome. So feel free to throw your questions out there. We're going to be interactive with the chat. Kelly's going to be keeping us up on people jumping in and out all night, and we're going to talk some of the different topics. I'll talk a topic that I like. Harbaugh acknowledged that Lamar Jackson is really taking a stance on the Ravens picking up Antonio Brown. Jeff, I'm going to go to you first with this. You guys had Antonio Brown. Incredible talent, incredible problem.
Yeah.
Problem in New England where everybody goes and they don't even what you had Randy Moss went there and accelerated. What's your thoughts on Brown? Is he going to break things up if he comes to Baltimore?
Yeah, that is really rough. I think I think he has some head injury that he needs to get taken care of. No, I'm totally serious. I think he has. He needs to get his head checked because what he was doing here in Pittsburgh was totally bizarre and off the wall. He wasn't making very good decisions. Even in Miami when he was in when he had a house in Miami, he wasn't making good decisions down there. I just think he needs to get his life in check and need to get some professional help.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting. The interesting thing with him is it's a lot like Des Bryant with the Cowboys. He's acting a fool outside of the game, and nobody's wanted to touch him.
Yeah.
So they don't want to do that. Paul D, I'll throw this to you, Kelly. Then there's a question for Donna. Paul D says, how do you feel about Jamal Adams' trade to Seattle? Kelly, your thoughts on that?
No idea on that one. I did not hear that one. I missed that one.
He went from the Jets to the Seattle for a ton of picks. He is a top round all-pro safety that could make a difference out there. Does he make the team better? Yeah. Does he put him over the top? I don't know if they're the team to beat.
Doesn't put him over the top, but will definitely help. It's again, you're building a team. You just don't magically go, bing, here you go. Here's your whole team. You're great.
Right.
Look at the Chiefs. We took 50 years to build our team, and we had Joe Montana, and we had Marcus Allen. I mean, we tried all kinds of different things. You can't just drop somebody in and go, boom, that's going to be it. Just isn't going to happen that way. So it's another piece to the puzzle to get them where they want to go.
Passholder Pair says, at Pete McDivitt, what is your feeling about feeling of the panel with the updated player rankings? Do you see Mahomes number 4? We're going to get to that in just a few minutes. I want to throw a question over to Donna. How do you feel about Cam Newton to New England? Do you have your Ace Boogie shirt yet?
No, I don't have my Ace Boogie shirt yet. And yeah, Cam Newton. Yeah. I'm not too thrilled with that prospect. This year's going to be a rebuilding team year for the Patriots. They had their team shaken up with the move of Brady and Gronkowski. They've got Edelman, and a couple others there, but yeah, I don't think we have a great shot. I mean, I know we have a great coach and everything, but I just don't see it in the cards for us this year.
Well, that's a great way to look at it. Kelly, I know the people have been jumping more into the chat. Who we got?
We got Andrew Bidding. Dre Houston is here. That's pretty much what I'm seeing so far, but I did kind of look up here. There is some concerns there. That was a pretty hefty trade.
Yeah, a lot of picks.
That was 3 picks, 2 first round picks.
Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty heavy. He's a great player.
Yeah, it's a lot to give up. And the Jets are
that's a lot to give up.
Jets and the Browns are in the same thing. They've had all these picks for all these years, and they haven't been able to do anything with it. So It's crazy. For those of you that are joining us for the first time, we do have a Thursday night NFL Watch Party pool. It is a pick 'em pool, and every week you pick the teams. For every one you get right as you're picking the games against each other, you get a point. We're going to have a ranking system for it. It's going to be for Smack Talk and a nice $100 gift card, Visa gift card for the winner. I've been told many comments already. Zippity Doodad has told me to tell people don't even bother entering. He's already got it. There was a couple other ones that came in and said hot, but we're up to like 38 people in there, I think.
I just want to say,
yes,
just like the Beverly Challenge, I think Donna's got Zip beat.
Nice. There we go. Donna, Stacey Rogers just threw up my email out there. I appreciate that. That's the best way to get a hold of me. Shoot me an email. Tell me you'd like to get in, and we will handle getting you into that pool, which is good. And we also have all have social media. So please check out my guests tonight on their social media. Magical News Live, Universal News Live. I'm just Nick Live. He's got so many I can't keep up. Donna Jaworski all over Twitter and Instagram. And, of course, our friends Diz Our Dream, Jeff and Angela. As much as we joke, they make a great pair. They are very funny. They've been doing a show with Kelly Myers and the Mouse. What is this show actually called on Thursday? I like the name, but I can't remember it all the time.
Dreaming with the Mouse.
Dreaming with the
stereo?
Mouse. I have been ninja watching for the most part.
Yeah.
Except for when I have to pump in when Jeff kicks his table and hurts himself and falls under the table.
That
I
hurt.
have to jump in.
That hurt.
That
It
one.
is, it is great stuff. So please check them out on their social medias. We are my Preston and I are both also on social media with Twitter and Instagram. Follow them. Myers and the Mouse, It Is Our Dream, Donna Jaworski, Magical News Live, and Samantha Lowe, all here with us tonight. And my Uber driver himself, R. Johns, lurking in the back somewhere. It's always great to see. So, but please join our league. We want as many people in there as we can. We're getting close to now August, which means we got a month left for people to get in and join. We will close it off the last week of August, and that'll be it. And we'll have our league and keep it running and have some fun with it. So it should be a lot of good times. We're looking forward to it. Just a few minutes ago, the pass holder pair brought up the next topic that I have, which Kelly Myers is probably flipping out about. If you've seen this already, they did the top 100 players, and the top 10 in reverse order: Derrick Henry from the Titans, Stephon Gilmore from the Patriots, DeAndre Hopkins, Arizona Cardinals, George Kittle, the tight end for the 49ers, Christian McCaffrey, running back, Panthers, Michael Thomas, wide receiver, Saints, Patrick Mahomes, quarterback, Kansas City at number 4, a defensive tackle, Aaron Donald, no doubt one of the best defensive players in the game, but at number 3,
Wow.
Russell Wilson, quarterback, number 2, and given the jinx for this year, my quarterback, Lamar Jackson with the Baltimore Ravens. And while I hope he does that well, I'm still waiting to see it. I want to see 2 years of doing that, and then I'll be happy. So, Kelly, I got to go to you first. Your quarterback's at 4. That's been the most uproar all over social media today that I've seen. Out of all the names on there, it was how is he 4? So, your thoughts?
It is what it is. That's what it laid out to be. I mean, Travis Kelce was asked the same question, and he basically said the same thing. It's what it is.
Okay.
But I'm going to tell you, you want to see some exciting football? Watch Patrick Mahomes play. And with the people that he is surrounded with who are playing with him, they're all Travis Kelce and the Rocket and all these guys are just amazing.
The running
It's
back,
a lot of fun. Our new running back's going to be, oh my gosh, it's going to be a very well-rounded team that is going to continue to blow your mind. I don't know. Did you see he has worked for the last year on a behind his back pass? Have you seen that?
Yes, I have. It's impressive.
That's ridiculously crazy. I love the guy, but that's insane.
Yeah.
But he's reimagining football, how it's played. He's going against all odds. I don't know how he could be picked number 4. I just don't. I'm happy for your
I think
quarterback.
in my mind, they should have had a co-number 1. It should have been him and those two, because to me, they're the 2 best quarterbacks in the league right now, based on performance.
Right now. And
Yeah.
next year that's going to change, and next year after that it's going to change. I'm not sure. I think there may be some people that are. If you think about the pick, could you think about this? If I pick him as number 1 and he's not, how do I look? He's coming off a Super Bowl. What are the odds of him going back to a Super Bowl?
Right now, pretty good.
For him, pretty good. But in reality, when you look at history, even at some of the greats,
Terry Bradshaw.
didn't necessarily go back to back.
I love Bradshaw now when he's on TV. He's better to me. He's funny. So, a lot of great comments in here, Mr. Willie 95. Patrick Mahomes doesn't care where he ranks. He got the money in the bank and a beautiful girlfriend. He is set for life.
Right.
Yes, he kind of does have what I call the life lottery. Mr. Brady has the life lottery, and now Mr. Mahomes has the life lottery. He can do whatever he wants. Yes, Kelly?
I just want to put out there, Dre Houston's husband had to have some emergency surgery on his Achilles tendon
Yes.
this morning, and had to get that done. And so, you know what? We know thoughts and prayers work. So, folks, just thoughts and prayers to Dre. She's a huge supporter in our community. She's our big bird. Need to go to her and her family, because that's just what we do.
Yeah, and Kelly referenced the Big Bird thing. For those of you that don't know, you can check it out here on my channel under the Disney community page. It is the first video on there. It is where we celebrate members of the community with a special acknowledgement. That's the first in a series to come. If you're in the community and you're active, and that active means in the chats and saying hello, and if you decide to take it a step further of sharing us out and putting us out on Twitter and all the different activities out there, there's so many of them, then you could get acknowledged. We do have the luxury tonight of having a couple of them in the chat with Dre Houston, who was honored with recognition, with who else is in here? I saw God, who else is in here, Kelly? I just saw another one. Rob Weiska, I know, is in here. I know there was another one that I'm missing that was in the chat, but sitting in front of us, we have two winners, recipients of acknowledgement.
Yeah.
It's not Jeff. It is Donna Jaworski and Magical News Live, who were both recognized for their efforts in the community, their credibility, their character. It's a great thing. So please check that out. And we will be celebrating more recipients in December. So football's been crazy. You know, I've seen, just talking about college for a minute. I don't know, Jeff and Don, I don't know how much you guys follow college, but we can talk about this for a second. SEC and ACC plans are set. They're kind of all playing each other. Notre Dame's now playing a bunch of games in the ACC. Most of the divisions are playing amongst themselves, trying to keep the COVID down. They're still looking at limited access by fans, maybe even none. What's your thoughts? Don, I'll start with you on this one. What's your thoughts on what the colleges are trying to do to get football in?
Well, you know, I think the main goal for me, if it was me running everything, would be to keep the players and everyone safe, because, you know, that's a paramount thing. I mean, they're still kids in my mind, and they need to be looked after, and the fans need to be considered, and the coaching staff and everybody. I think they need to be measured in what they do and very strategic and careful. And I think if done properly, it can be successful. I just think it just needs to be very careful and cautiously approached. And I think it could work.
Okay, interesting. Before we get Jeff's feedback, just a notation that I did see LSU mom and Stacey Rogers both here, both also Muppet Award recipient recognition, and they deserve that recognition. They've earned it. Jeff, your thoughts on the college?
You know, I know at our high school, basically, they're not allowing any fans in the stands at all.
Oh, really?
So, yeah. So it's going to be, they're going to play games, I guess, in front of nobody. But even on that small of a scale, a high school compared to a college, they're going to have to take, 10 buses instead of 2 buses.
Okay.
They're going to have to, they're going to need the social distance. They're going to need to do things right. Knock on wood, nobody gets sick. But if they take every precautions and do it correctly, I mean, I would love to see some college football. I mean, Penn State's my team. Big Ten's my conference. I love Michigan State, Michigan, Ohio State.
Yeah, they're great games.
I love all those games, especially like the Penn State Pitt game. Love that. But if they do it the right way and they do it safely, go for it. But you're going to have faces going up against faces without face masks on the line. Offensive linemen, defensive linemen. They're going to be right in each other's faces, breathing hard, sweating on each other. I just don't think it's going to turn out well, but I hope it does.
It's funny. That's how I had my first daughter, heavy breathing on each other, and it didn't turn out well. And that's, of course, what my wife told me. Kelly, check out the chat. What's going on with it now? Anybody? I see we had some friends.
Well, Rob Fuzz is back. Hello, Mr. Rob Fuzz. And I also have the Lynn Project in the house. If you are looking for a project, check out Lynn Project.
There you go. She is on right after us. So make sure you go over and check out her channel. She's fantastic, and she is part of our Disney community that we love to see. Stacey Rogers is here. I don't know why you're yelling my name out. I don't know what I did. I see it in large letters and exclamation points, so who knows? It's all in good fun.
I think you know why.
It says Jury has to be out on football. MLB can't keep COVID out of at least contract for the majors. How does a full contact sport like football make it? Kelly, how does a full contact sport like football make it?
In this situation, it is so unpredictable. It's I can't even begin to tell you. I mean, I can tell you what they need to do to try. I mean, it's, you know, the social distancing and the masks.
Yeah.
100% proven. This is what we need to do to take care of each other. That, and the third thing is wash your hands. Right.
Yeah.
And it comes down to, once you get in those linemen are getting together, they're drilling, it's sweat, it's everything else going on. It really complicates the situation at that point in time.
Yes, it does.
You do the best you can. You know, I will tell you, like most places, let me give you an example. Where I work, we wear face masks. We have people that go around, wipe off doorknobs every 2 hours. They sanitize tables every hour in the building. We've taken doors off the hinges so nobody's touching door handles, right? We've done all these different things to prepare. The problem isn't necessarily what's going to be going on the field, because they're going to be taking these precautions, right?
Yeah.
What happens when they walk off the field?
Exactly.
The problems I'm having at my employment is not what we're doing at work. It's when they go home and they go to the store and they're licking the windows and they're not washing their hands and they're
licking the windows.
I'm using that as it's humor, Pete. No, but my point is, you know, their family, someone in their family goes and has a party with 68 people, or they go to a family reunion with 50 people, and then they come home and 2 weeks later they go, I got corona, and it's like, what happened? Oh, well, I probably shouldn't have done that. What's going to happen is they're going to put these things in place, and that's going to be great. What are they going to do when they walk off the field? Yeah. Who are they going to be with? Who are they going to interact with? And that's what's going to create the problem for the colleges and for the NFL, is then 2 weeks later somebody gets it, and now they've exposed all the linemen or I mean, how does that work? Typically, when you're practicing, you practice with either a squad, or you practice, okay, all the linemen, we're going to do lineman drills together. Let's get all the linemen together and in a group and do lineman drill. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you're detrimental to your team. If all your linemen get it, now what do you do?
Yeah, I get you. Isaac Nail, another one of our Muppet Award recipients in the house. Good to see you, Isaac Nail. I also saw Detroit Disney do in the house, one of our Thursday night quarterback coaches. If you're interested in coming on live with us and you follow one of the teams that we've talked about needing people, or you're just interested in general, please reach out to me via my email. We would definitely be interested in talking to those to come on with us throughout the season and bring your side of the story to our little show. Myers and Mouse, Stacy was worried that she thought Mama broke you of licking the windows. We're not sure, but we are concerned there.
The schnozberries taste like schnozberries.
Tastes like snozberry. There you go. These channels here that are great with us tonight, if you haven't taken the chance to check out Diz Our Dream or Donna Jaworski, we encourage you to do so. I don't ask you to go subscribe. I don't. I ask you to go look at them, or Magical News Live, the over-the-shoulder security holder. He is our personal security for Donna Jaworski tonight. I ask you to go to their 3 channels, check them out, see their content, and I guarantee you'll do what I've done with all of them, and that's you're going to subscribe, because it's great stuff. Maybe not everyone is for you, but I guarantee you most will be. And the same applies, as I say it every week, to Myers and the Mouse. They broadcast a couple times a week. Mama Mouse is incredibly creative. Kelly, my buddy, is incredibly funny. He doesn't show it as much on here. I've seen it more on other channels. He's so funny that he's fooled me at times when he's in character. That's how good he is. And that's the honest truth. So we encourage you to check them out. Donna is close to 1,000 subscribers. We're determined to help get there. We're going to be talking about it all weekend long on my Sunday show as well to help her get there. And there is Samantha Lowe. Samantha is over 800, both of them exceeding me. I'm chasing them, and I want to keep chasing them. I want to just keep chasing them. Let them keep going to the roof, and I'll keep chasing. We want to get those guys to 100. They've got amazing people and got great channels. And Donna's cooking show tonight was absolutely fantastic. And it was a must-see. 400 people watching. Phenomenal. phenomenal. I heard Arjon's paid 320 of them, but hey, who cares, right? Whatever works is fantastic. You know, at least you didn't sit on your stream and break your foot and fall off the chair, and your wife had to take over. So those things happen when you got Jeff in house, but his comedic timing is priceless. He is the Costello to everyone else's Lou. So
we love Jeff.
It's great stuff. But you know, I laugh and I joke, but they are great channels, and we're glad you're here checking them out and watching them. We'll talk more with them in a few minutes about where they're going and what they're doing. I want to talk real quick, Jeff. We haven't had you on or Donna. I'll get both of you back to back. We talked a lot about the empty stadiums over the last couple of weeks and had different input from all of our guests. I'd like to hear your guys' thoughts from where you sit about football and empty stadiums. Okay.
You want me to elaborate on that?
Don't sugarcoat it. Tell us how you really feel.
Yeah. You know what? I understand. Like you could safely distance in a stadium that holds 50,000 people, but I know they have people that are season ticket holders that are, you know, and leaving, everybody exiting and coming would be an issue. So I understand what they're trying to do, and I understand. Like I was watching the Pirate game the other night, and they're pumping in sound. Like it's the top of the ninth, the Pirates are winning 5-1. And they're pumping in sound, trying to get the crowd all. There's nobody in the crowd. Who are you trying to get excited? The players?
Some of the stands actually have cardboard people. Maybe they were getting into it.
No, there was no cardboard people there. Well, they ended up blowing it in the ninth and ended up losing the extra inning. So, in typical Pirate fashion, you know. But it's hard to look at an empty stadium.
Yeah.
It
is tough. Donna, your thoughts?
Well, I echo what Jeff said. It's disappointing. Unfortunately, it's a necessary thing at this time, just for safety reasons. But it's just, I don't know, the whole thing that drives the game are the fans and, you know, the cheering, and it's really hard without that. And I think it does, you know, affect the game because, you know, they're so used to hearing the cheering and the chanting and, you know, go, you know, whatever your team is. And if you don't have that and you're just there, it's just like it's kind of like a glorified practice almost. Like, what are they doing?
I'm curious how it's going to be this year. And we've talked about it. And Kelly's had some great points about it. I see Jake Mueller joined us. Good to see you in there, Jake. Thank you. Mike Wheeler says, Pete, Jeff did not stub his toe. He said he did it so he can bend down and take a bite out of his Pringles cupcake. Mike says he saw you do that. So
I'm going to defend myself. Look, so this is the foot that I ruptured my Achilles tendon on last year. So I don't have a lot of feeling in my foot. So when I'm like moving it around, I kind of have spatial issues, like where it is and stuff.
Yeah.
So when I hit it, my right foot.
Your right foot?
Well, I don't know. They must have hit a nerve when they were sewing me back up.
So do me a favor. Take a look down real quick. Is it there?
Yeah.
Because when I look down, mine's not. But I'm just curious.
It doesn't feel like it's there sometimes, but it is there. Yeah.
Look, it is tough. That pain can be very, very painful, and I get that. We're all having fun with Jeff. Yes, Mr. Jaworski?
I'm going to have to bow out for now. I've got to take Nicholas home. Whichever. There he is. I'm right here. Yeah,
there he is. All right, so we're going to lose Miss Donna. But here's my thing. I'm going to say it one more time. We're trying to get Donna to 1,000. She's a phenomenal person. We love her to death. She's incredibly valued in our community, and we want to get her there. So if you're not subscribed to Donna, go over and check her out. See the cooking show she did tonight. It was fabulous. Everything was excellent on it, except the camera guy was shaking. I don't know who was doing the camera, but he was nervous about something. He obviously is not used to having a camera in his hands. Magical News Live is right behind there. Excellent channel. Over 4,000 subscribers. Yeah. Goes live all the time. Just went to Epcot the other day. Did not pick me up and send me anything, but he went to Epcot, and we love him anyway.
The pictures, just saying.
That's true. You did. You know what? I got a guy from work, a lady from work who actually was sending it to me. That's why I was trying to find it, because I wanted to see what she was sending me. She sent me a thing saying, you're getting an Arnberg picture. I'm like, okay, what is it? So but it is what it is. So Nick's great. He does live broadcasts now almost 3 times a week, it seems, from all the Disney parks. A lot of fun. It's a great venture, and he does it with such positivity. We love him. And of course, Samantha Lowe, just over 800 subscribers herself. I think she's been on Instagram Live like 6 times since we've been on, and she definitely is great to check them out. We thank you guys for being here.
Thank you.
You're going to leave us with Jeff, but we'll have to deal with it. But we, safe driving.
Please be careful.
Jeff. Bye, guys.
Bye,
Bye,
Donna.
guys.
Bye, Sam. Bye, Nick.
Great
Bye,
to see
guys.
you. We love having Donna and Nick and Samantha on, and of course, R. Johns was hiding in a closet somewhere right now. Passholder Bear throws it out. His home field advantage out the window with the lack of fans. Kelly, what do you think?
We kind of talked about that a few streams ago, and I do believe that the home field advantage, it does matter. Having the home team advantage, depending on the game, how it's going, yes, it can matter. It can rally a team sometimes. Real quick, I just want to put out there that we got Paul D's here, Isaac Nails here, the Hitchhiking Bones, Joshua Thompson's here, Tracy Glenn, Kinsey Day's dad is here, asking about the Cowboys. That's the other Jeff. We're not talking about the Cowboys. Jake Moller's here, Rockin' Robin, Mike Wheeler, Piglet, Rue loves Disney is here as well.
I love that name.
Almost pulled a zip, didn't I? And Viapre Project is mobile and asking about Donna's food. So probably should have warned Donna that they might be stopping by to pick up some of the
He's going to stop by.
she made tonight.
Well, and one other thing I should put out there, we're about 9:42. We are have received some inquiries about sponsorship. We are working on getting that together. Jeff is going to take the lead for that on us. So if you are interested in sponsoring the show and being a part of that, please get with me on my email, and I'll get with Jeff, and we'll get you the information. We do have a couple people already inquiring, which is fantastic, and we do appreciate the love for the show. We try to bring you the fun of Disney with the NFL flair, which is a great way to do it because Disney brings so much happiness to all of us. But we love our teams, and it's going to be interesting. Jeff, you guys got Big Ben back this year.
Yes,
which should be good for your team. I think your running backs are going to be healthy. I definitely think I don't care what's going on with the Steelers. The Steelers-Ravens matchups are always physical and fun to watch, and should be an interesting year.
Definitely.
I'm more worried about the kid they got over in Cincinnati for a couple years down the road.
Yep.
That kid's a stud.
Yeah, definitely.
It's going to be interesting. So, and you guys should be drafting a quarterback, probably, maybe even this year.
Well, we didn't have any draft picks till like the 3rd round this year, so it's hard to draft people when you don't have any draft picks.
Yeah.
So
that is the tough part.
Yeah.
You got to have that. So that's important.
Mr. Willie Parker was asking me how I felt about Patrick Mahomes buying in to the Kansas City Royals. He's now part owner in the Kansas City Royals.
I did read that. I forgot to bring that up.
Yeah, I'm not shocked by that at all. He's a kid that grew up in a clubhouse. His dad was an amazing baseball player, did a very good job, but he grew up in that type of thing. He has a love for baseball. He could have been drafted as baseball or football. He chose football. Not surprised at all. And I will also say that it kind of goes with his contract. We talked about 10-year contracts. That's pretty hefty. He truly has found a love for Kansas City, the fans. He literally there was an opportunity he went out with him and his girlfriend to a pizza place one night just to have dinner. And everybody let him and his girlfriend have their dinner, and he had a very nice evening. No one, came up to him or bothered him. He just had a nice meal with his girlfriend. And he got up at the end, he got to the door, and he turned around and said, "Hey, I just wanted to tell you all, thank you so much. This is why Kansas City is so classy. I appreciate you all so much." And then he bought them all dinner.
Nice. That's amazing.
He was just really impressed with the people of Kansas City, that they were respectful to him and his family. And he just really has found a love for the city, and the city is showing him that love back.
That's awesome.
For him to buy into the Kansas City Royals doesn't shock me at all. I'm more surprised that the Royals owners let him in than I am that he bought into it.
That's interesting. That's a fantastic story. Hitchhiking Bones, welcome in. Yes, there will be a season right now. I'm sorry you were late getting in. Pete and Jeff are throwing her the ball at 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock our time, Eastern time, when we get done. And last I saw, Living Diz, Corey, is in the house, one of our armchair quarterbacks. He has a great channel. We love him. He does a great job, other than the fact that he has a, I would call it a mantle of homage to his Patriots that we have to look at every time he comes on, and he reminds us how many rings he has. But we love Corey Living Diz and his channel. He does a great job. So, the interesting thing is we're getting a lot of teams in, but we're still looking for help on some teams out there. We did pick up Dave Houston and Dre's son, AJ, is going to jump in. Hold on a second. We do have AJ, Dre's son, and Dave's son, who's going to be coming in as a armchair quarterback for us for the Denver Broncos. He came on. I talked to him today, so that gives us someone for Denver. We're still looking for somebody who would be interested in coming on and supporting the Jets, the Bengals, the Browns. We need somebody. The Bills. We're still looking for somebody. We still got some openings. So if you're interested in joining us, because during the year we're going to be 4 hours long during the game and having a lot of fun. And people like Jeff will be here on the weeks that their teams play, but they'll be in and out throughout the season. If you're an armchair quarterback, they have the autonomy during the year to kind of come on anytime they want, kind of like Donna Jaworski tonight, who joined us, which was great. Brittany Morgan, welcome in. Real quick, I just want to acknowledge also Mike Wheeler's got a lot going on right now in his life, and we do always ask our community to think about them. Mike is one of our Muppet Badge recipient winners for the support that he does in the community, the positivity he brings. So please keep Mike Wheeler in your prayer chain. I added him today to mine, and I just wanted to throw that out there for anybody else. So Stacy Rogers says, "Diz our dream. Doesn't your team just have as many rings as New England?" 6. They do. They do. They are up there. That's a
I don't like to go around bragging about it, but
it's close to the NFL. You should be proud of it. You earned it.
No.
Whether people like Pittsburgh or not, it drives me nuts when we play them because they're our number one nemesis. But I respect the organization, the team, and what they've done. They got 6 rings.
Yeah, I've seen every single one of them.
Yep. That's
I'm
good
that
for
old.
you.
I'm
That's
that
awesome.
old.
That is awesome. Kelly, how did you feel about the top 100, putting Mahomes at 4 and Wilson at 2? We talked about this, Kelly. I'll let you throw it out there because our friend Ed is asking from the car.
Ed's asking for, you know what? It is what it is. It's a pick. Who was it? Was it Cartoon Network? Who was it that it was? Whatever picked them.
Yes, Cartoon Network.
Yeah. So, yeah, it is what it is, and I think that if he's not number 1, he's number 2, no doubt, and a lot of that is speculation as well. And again, earlier I was saying that it could be he was picked that way because nobody wants to commit to him a second year to go 2 years back to back and just be an MVP, be a Super Bowl champion. There with this, honestly, with that type of contract he got, if you don't think people are going to be, he won't be able to sneeze and somebody's going to be all over him about stuff.
Absolutely.
So he's a moving target right now. So,
Tracy Guy keeps throwing out there, where's my Cowboys fan, Jeff? He is with family tonight, Tracy.
Yep.
But he will be back in full force. He will actually be my guest Sunday night in the hot seat. Dole Whip Dad is this coming Sunday. Myers in the Mouse is the following Sunday. And shortly down the road, the man who will kick his way out of the interview, Diz Our Dream, will be my guest in the hot seat. Asking ridiculous questions to them will be fun, and I'm excited about it. So,
I don't think I ever agreed to that.
Go ahead.
I want to know how come Jeff got to go before I did, because now I can't call into the stream and ask him all the questions I really want to ask him, because then I got to come in the next week and he can ask me questions.
That's where you've got allies. you know how to get a hold of that crazy neighbor.
That's true.
He could call in and ask questions at any point.
Come on.
Rob Wietzka, one of our Muppet recipients, says, Kelly, getting buy-in from Mahomes is brilliant. Kaufman attendance is near the bottom of Major League Baseball. If Patrick can bring some new attention to the Royals, smart move. And that is a great place to play at Kaufman.
Yes, agreed. Kauffman's a great stadium. It's beautiful. We're very fortunate and blessed that we have two amazing stadiums, and there's a lot about those two stadiums people don't know. They're actually supposed to be covered.
Really?
One cover, and it rolls between the two stadiums. It's an interesting concept, but it was built with that type of thought process in mind.
I'm laughing at Fozzie Bear there, telling you, message me. I'll gladly do it for you.
Yeah, I can do that, Stacy.
That's great.
But they're wonderful stadiums, and I'm tickled that just tells me a little bit more about who Patrick Mahomes is. I also think that it tells me he's going to be here a while. He really does like being here. So
it's awesome. When you talk about a beautiful stadium, Jeff, your stadium down in Pittsburgh is to me, it's one of the places I've enjoyed watching baseball. It's unbelievable.
I'm going to have to agree with you there. It is probably the nicest baseball field that I've seen in a long time. It's newer, so obviously it's nicer. But that whole area, they really did a good job redeveloping that north side where Heinz Field and PNC Park are. It's a nice area to walk around on game day.
Yeah, I've been up there and I actually enjoyed myself. I went to a Steelers game. One of my clients has club level, and we were sitting next to two doctors, believe it or not. My daughter, I had taken her, this was a couple years ago. I got a great picture of, what's that guy that walks around with the Myers outfit on and gold and black? I don't know what his name is.
Steely McBeam?
Yeah, him. I got a picture with him, with me and my
right
daughter.
Here. He's up in the corner.
Oh, yeah, that guy. That's him. Let's get hit over the head. I forgot Preston put that up for you.
He's hitting that purple bird over the head with a steel beam, right?
Yeah, whatever you say. But I got a picture with him. But the coolest part is we were sitting there talking to these gentlemen like we're talking right here. Great conversation. And the minute that stupid song came on that fires them up there.
Renegade?
Renegade. Those guys are in my face, screaming at me, pushing me, bumping into me. And then as soon as it went off, they're like, yeah, so anyway, we were thinking. I'm like, what the heck just happened?
Come on.
I swear to you, that's what happened.
No, I know.
I was like, what is all that about? And he's like, that song, when this place comes on, people just go crazy. He goes, we just react to it. And when I listened to it, I was like, I hated to say this. That was really cool. I was like, that's awesome.
Yeah. I was at a game where Styx was actually at the game, and Renegade came on, and Styx was it. They showed Styx in their box. They were sitting in their box, and they stood up, and everybody got even louder. So it was just crazy. Awesome. Yeah.
The only thing that we ever had like that in Baltimore, we at the seventh inning of every game, ever since I've been a kid, so it's coming on 51 years, they have played Thank God I'm a Country Boy in Baltimore in the middle of the seventh inning stretch. And we had one year where I was down there, it was during the playoffs, where John Denver came and did it live. And it was crazy. I mean, you'd have thought that the world was coming down with the way the noise the place made for that song, which I still don't get for Baltimore, but, hey, it is what it is. So more sunshine, please.
Hey, Jim.
Good to see Jim in here. Jim, we will be recognizing you Sunday night. I'm adding a little small portion of my show where I recognize things that happen in the community, and we will be recognizing Jim for getting his monetization on Sunday night. So hopefully we'll be recognizing Donna for getting to 1,000 subscribers. Be excited if we do. 41 friends still here watching. Sit here. We're just taking a casual evening tonight, talking about it. Jeff, tell me what you got going on with your channel, what you guys are doing, just so that people can tune in and check you and your beautiful wife out.
Well, we do we have our Thursday show at 5 p.m. Eastern with Myers and the Mouse called Dreaming with the Mouse, which was today. So if you didn't see that, it was on Myers and the Mouse channel today. So go check that replay. We also have Saturdays. We go live at 11 o'clock on our channel, 11 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Eastern. Sorry, 11 a.m. Eastern.
Okay.
On our channel, and on Sunday we do Nerd Talk at 3 o'clock, but we switched that between Russ Stapleton, Tracy Glenn, Kenzie Days in our channel, and I'll be headed down to Florida next week, so I have to mow the grass because it hasn't been mowed in 3 weeks.
Break my heart.
Yeah, we're hating life on that one. Kelly, what do you have going on, my brother?
Well, I got to mow my lawn. You what have I got going on? Well, we are we're trying to make plans, but every time I seem to make plans to go back down to Disney, something comes up. We did have plans to do some special fun stuff this week, but due to circumstances beyond my control, which I'm still not sure if Stacey Rogers had something to do with that
Stacey
or not.
Rogers broke your air conditioner.
I was unable to attend. So we will try again at a later date. Saturday, 1:00 Eastern time is Myers and the Mouse. Mama and I talking something about Disney, bringing everybody in, having a good time. Today with Jeff and Ange, we talked about International Friends Day and how much you all in the communities out there mean to us. We appreciate you all. And so even our friends overseas, you got Adam and Dan and Dougie and all of those people over there, we have made such amazing friendships. So that was one of the things we talked about on our stream today. Saturday, we ate a little cheesecake too, just so you know. Because it's also National Cheesecake Day. But we have Mama Mouse, who does a lot of crafting, and she's got some pretty cool crafting ideas coming up. So make sure you do that. She calls that show Preserving the Magic. And I want you to make sure to check that out as well. Make sure you are subscribed and ring the bell because we still got some pop-up crazy stuff coming pretty soon. So I will also tell you this, that we've also, and some of us have talked about this, YouTube is unsubscribing people again. Check your subscription just in case you might have unsubscribed to any of these wonderful channels that you're talking to right now. We'd appreciate it.
And Stacey Rogers, just an update. She wants to wait. I did what? How did I? Well, Stacey, just to let you know that on Sunday night when I get Jeff into the hot seat, Kelly was supposed to have a little dinner with Jeff, and it didn't work out because of his air conditioner. I'm going to make sure that I tell Jeff that the reason Kelly didn't make it is because Stacey Rogers flew into his hometown, broke his air conditioner, snuck out in the night so that Kelly couldn't make it, just because Kelly was going to wear a Cowboys shirt to go hang out with Jeff for a little bit. So we're going to make sure we have a little fun with Jeff. So we've got a lot going on, obviously, with my channel, which I'm excited about. Sunday night, we are interviewing Dole Whip Dad. It's going to be off the wall, ridiculous. Who knows what we're going to ask him. In recent days, if you haven't joined our show, the questions are off the wall. In recent days, I have asked our guests where they have made whoopee in public that was most unique. And we've had answers like the Sears dressing room. We've had answers like the library. And we've had answers like Epcot. So who knows what the answers are going to be. Tune in on Sunday night to see where Dole Whip Dad has gotten funky. We'll find out. We also have Wednesdays. We're starting a new format show this coming Wednesday where we'll be interviewing new and up-and-comers in the community. I've got some great guests lined up. Kenzie Days will be one of my guests in the next couple weeks. Magic in Michigan will be a guest. Delo's Diz will be a guest. So we've got some great guests coming up that we are really excited about. And Adults in Disney. That's the 4 that I have lined up already and more to come. So that'll be on our Wednesday format. We want to sincerely thank all of our guests tonight, starting with my friend Jeff from Diz Our Dream, and of course Donna, Nick, Samantha, and Arjan's listening remotely. Again, please help us get Donna Jaworski to 1,000 subscribers. We'd really like to see that happen this weekend. Please take the time to subscribe to them as I asked, and because you like staying there. That's the whole reason for a subscription. You go there to see what they have and content-wise. You stay there because you like it. That's what I did. They also are all over Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Check out all their socials, as we like to say. You'll find hours of playlists to fulfill all your Disney and sporting dreams. Each week, we highlight one in our Disney community with the Muppet Badge of recipients. Acknowledgements are presented to people in the Disney community who have positivity, creativity, loyalty, and commitment, where seeing is the key attribute of them is their character. We will be highlighting one each week at the end of our broadcast leading up to the next awards presentation in December. This week's acknowledgement is Louis Carrion, who got the military acknowledgement. We're so proud of him serving our country. He received Sam the Eagle, and that we're excited about that. And we thank and congratulate all of our award winners who were in our chat tonight. We remind you of key programming throughout the week. Disney Dan, Dole Whip Dad on Sundays, and My friend Jeff is on Sundays too, correct? Wasn't that one of the days you said, Jeff?
We are on Sunday at 4 o'clock.
Sunday at 4
Well, we
o'clock.
switched. We flipped channels, but yes, Sunday.
Okay.
At 4 o'clock.
I'm going to add you in on that on my thing here Sundays. Monday, Triple P, Steve's World, Mickey's Magic. Tuesday, Zippity Doodad, Viapre Project, and LBV TV. Wednesday is This and That Night. Magical News Live has been doing some Wednesdays at the park, which has been great. Living in Diz, Corey Meets World. We are here every Thursday night, followed by the Lynn Project. Fantastic lineup. Rob Fuzz is on Fridays at 5, followed by Resort TV 1 with Friday Night Live. Saturday rounds it out with Disney World Freak, Mouse Talk, and the Shep family with Storytime with Shep. We just bring these to you because they're great channels. We follow them. We love them. They bring a lot of great views of Disney, creativity, and we encourage you to check them out. Weekly, unannounced, and you have to follow them to stay up with them, WW Couple, Jackie Super Enthused, Provost Park Pass, and, of course, my friends, Myers and the Mouse. You want to stay on top of all them. Last, as a channel announcement, we just wanted to let everybody know again that we signed off on More Sunshine Please, Adventures of Gonzo, Addie and Family Adventures, the Disney Nerd Herders to be on our Sunday night show, which is some great content, some great people. And contrary to Tracy Glenn, who is in our chat, his daughter Kenzie has signed up for Off the Wall in January. So who knows what will happen there. Again, if you're new, please subscribe on your way out the door to our channel to be alerted about future interviews. During the year, this show will rotate between my channel, Kelly's channel, and Dole Whip Dad. So you'll want to be locked in, at least following a little bit or getting some information, all three of us, to stay on top of it. And we're all on social media as well. With that, as a final note, Walt Disney once said that his greatest reward that he thought was being able to build his wonderful organization, to have the public appreciate it and accept what he has done all these years. That was his greatest reward. Well, Walter, we always say mission accomplished. Wherever you are, we hope you're hearing us and see the special things you've done, like bringing these gentlemen together tonight with me to talk a little bit about the NFL and the teams they love. For producer Preston, who disappeared again, for my guest, Jeff, who's here, my co-host, Kelly, also for my co-host who's hiding somewhere in the Midwest at a local coffee shop, was the last picture I saw his wife post this morning, where he was sitting drinking coffee out front by the road. We say, thank you for being here. Don't be a stranger. Don't be alone. Just be Goofy, Donald, or Pluto. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.